What if I told you there was a system that can make your fitness coaching business an extra 10 to 30K a month, and it would only cost you $5 an hour? That this one system alone was capable of booking out your calendar with fresh leads every day, turning your inactive followers into high-ticket fitness buyers, and saving you 5 to 8 hours every day. You'd probably think I was bullshitting you, and to be honest, I don't blame you. After all, if you've never made 10 to 30K a month consistently, it's probably because you've been told to do it all by yourself. Send 100 DMs daily, create content daily, manage all of your clients. And if you're being honest with yourself, where has that actually gotten you? More stress, poor lead flow, lack of consistency, and no true freedom in your business. In fact, if you're running your business like a one-man army, then you've fallen for the same trap as 80% of fitness coaches. The hustle, the grind, the gym bro mentality. And that's exactly why you can't scale. The truth is, scaling your business doesn't mean hustling all day until your eyes bleed or spending more time in the DMs. It means getting out of the DMs entirely. For the past 3 years, I've helped fitness coaches do exactly that. Building 15K, 20K, and even 35K a month businesses. All by hiring a $5 an hour virtual assistant who manages everything for them. They handle all their messages, do all the follow-up, and book calls every day around the clock. In fact, just in the past 30 days alone, Bridget scaled to $24,000 a month with one virtual assistant who books her 8 to 10 calls every day. In the first 9 days, the VA booked 82 sales calls. Matt, who's a full-time firefighter, father of 3, husband, and runs a supplement business on the side, was able to scale to $19,300 in his first month with one VA. And Pat, who just released his own Netflix series, has 3 VAs sending 300 DMs a day. And as a result, he made $33,500 net last month, setting another record month while barely touching his phone. These are some of the busiest fitness coaches out there, yet their businesses scaled on autopilot because they stopped doing everything themselves. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can hire your very own $5 an hour appointment setter so you can finally get out of the trenches and scale with a real system. I'll walk you through exactly where to find your VA, a copy-paste job post that you can use immediately, and exactly how to filter out all of the prospects to find the best fit for you. So let's start off with exactly where you can find your setter. To start off, we're gonna go to Upwork.com. Okay, when you get onto Upwork.com, you're gonna have to make an account. It's completely free, but when you get inside, you're kind of gonna have a dashboard that looks a little bit like this. Now, I've been using Upwork for years and years and years, so I've got a bunch of open job proposals. Don't worry about any of that. All you have to do is go right up here to the top left-hand corner where it says hire talent, and we're going to scroll down to post a job. Once you get in here, you're going to do the following instructions. It's going to be a short-term project. Next, we need to be very specific with our title. We're looking for an experienced appointment setting VA, right? Now this is under the category of general virtual assistants, so as long as that's selected, go ahead and click skills. Now all we want to do is select the kind of skills that we need our VA to have. So scheduling is great, administrative support, virtual assistants, communications. We're also going to go Instagram, because we're going to be using Instagram to set all of our appointments. We're going to also type in Sheets for Google Sheets. We can type in Excel, it's kind of the same thing. We're going to type in English as well because we want our VA to have really good English. And then we're going to type in appointment scheduling and appointment setting. After that, we click next to go up to the scope. We say medium scope. It's going to be more than 6 months. We want someone who's long-term with us. And we want someone who's intermediate. When it gives us the option for full-time, we just say no, not at this time. Then we go over to the budget. Now for here, again, we're looking for a $5 an hour VA. So the budget's going to be between 5 and 5. Now, I have found that this is really the sweet spot. You're going to get a lot of people in, and as long as you're great at training, then you can absolutely turn your $5 an hour VA into a weapon. Again, I've told you guys just a handful of amazing case studies we have from VAs in that $5 an hour range. If you want to see even more case studies, just for proof that a cheaper VA can do amazing numbers, you can go to my account, take a look at some of these client wins, and you'll see all of the money that these coaches have made have all come from cheap VAs, right? I mean, here we've got, I don't know how long it's going to take you to scroll through all of those, but you can try your best, right? All of those numbers came from a $5 an hour VA. That being said, I have found that you get exceptionally well-experienced VAs between $7 and $8 an hour. These guys come prepared with a lot of training already. They understand conversations really well. So if you have the budget for it, go for it. $7 to $8 an hour, you're going to find someone very skilled. After that, we go into description. Now for this, I actually have a full document that goes over the entire hiring process, literally everything. I'm just kind of going to give you guys the most important stuff, cut out all the fluff. And so here is the exact copy-paste job post that we want. You guys can go ahead and just screenshot that. You can use it for later. And we're just going to go ahead, bang, paste that in there. Essentially, all it says is, hey, this is what we're looking for. You're going to qualify leads, you're going to send the messages and use our script. It breaks down the exact compensation, $5 an hour plus 5% commission, and it gives them a little bit of an instruction. We want to make sure people are reading the job post well. So I say, look, if you understand this, when you apply, message the word setter. That way I know if anyone's applying and they have this word setter, they actually looked at the job post, they took their time. I want someone with attention to detail. After that, we go review, and if everything here looks good, we're going to go finalize job post. Now, I'm not going to do this here because I've already made this post ahead of time, and I'm going to show you guys now in step 2, what do you do after you've got all these proposals that have come in, right? How do you shortlist people? What are you looking for? So this is what the job post will look like 24 hours after. You'll get anywhere from 20 to even 50 applicants that are ready to do this kind of work. They're excited. The price is right. It matches everything. We're ready to go. So now I'm going to show you, after we have all these applications, how do we filter people out? So let's get into it. As you can see, there's a lot of information that's thrown at us, right? We've got the amount of money that the VAs earned in their time, how many hours they've worked through Upwork, all their skills, their cover letter, and of course, what bid they put in for the hourly rate. Some people can match yours, some people will go more. Again, for this one, I had a range between $7 to $8 or $7 to $10 because we're hiring really, really good VAs for our clients. So we're looking for these quality people. But what should you look for out of everyone? There's a few things. I'm looking for people that have made some money. They don't need to have made, $40,000, but some money. It means they've been on Upwork, they're experienced, they've worked with clients before, they're not new to the game. Okay, so when you find someone you like, you can go here to the plus button, you can click shortlist, right? You scroll through again. If the skills match what you're looking for, awesome. Go through, blah, 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 blah. And out of everyone, shortlist a good, 10 to 15 candidates, right? You go through, blah, 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 blah. That's really all you're looking for. Now, for me, again, I'm looking for people from the Philippines. So anyone that has Philippines for me is pretty much an immediate entry right out the gate, and then I filter down from there. After all that's done, you'll have your shortlist tab here. Okay, and then what you want to do is just send them a message to start the conversation, and then moving into phase 3, which this is still kind of under the same phase, which is the qualification process. We want to message them, send them a questionnaire, and get them to pass our test before we take the time and schedule an interview. So what is this message, right? Once again, you guys can just copy and paste this entire message, right? I'll scroll through it, and you can pretty much just take screenshots of each stage, but essentially, this is it right here. It's the questionnaire. So I'll highlight everything that you guys will need to do. So right here, pretty much says, nice to meet you, eager to learn more about you, and then we go through, ask a couple questions. Do you have experience? What's your age? How many hours? Blah, blah, blah. So that's the first part, and then the second part is just this one, right? 8 and 9, right? You guys can read through that in your own time. But what are we looking for? From the people who respond to this questionnaire, here's the kind of stuff we're looking for. 1, we want people to say, yes, they have specific experience Instagram appointment setting. Now, some people have appointment set on calls, they've worked for companies, but they haven't worked on Instagram before. It's a totally different ballgame. We don't want to take the chance on someone who's never done this kind of work before, right? So the answer for this needs to be yes. Age, I've always found VAs in their 20s work the best. They're looking for work. Most of them have just graduated college. They want some more money on the side, and they just want to be able to work from home, work on their phone. VAs that are older, in their 30s, they typically have a family. They have other priorities. They're looking for jobs that are going to pay them more. So they're not really going to be great fits. The churn is very high. They'll stay with you for a month or two, and then they'll dip, right? But in their 20s, under 25 is really, really good. How many hours can they work? They should say between 4 and 6 or 4 and 8. On a scale from 1 to 10, how strong is your Wi-Fi? We're looking for 9s and 10s. We don't want people who are going to have a shoddy reception and they're not going to be able to send messages. On a scale from 1 to 10, how active are you on your phone throughout the day? Why do we ask this? Because if a lead responds to you, we need to make sure that your VA is responding to the lead within 5 minutes. If they're not very active on their phone, how are they going to see the notification? They'll respond an hour later, which is way too late. You've lost the lead. It needs to be 5 minutes, which is another reason why I say you alone cannot do this kind of work, right? This takes someone just dedicated to this. Okay. For question 7, just confirming they're happy with the compensation, and boom, 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 boom. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. After we send that message to people, we get the responses back. We can then shortlist from there. Do they answer the questions correctly? Yes or no? After that, we want to run people through a test. And the test for this is just to see, are they intuitive? Can they look at a lead's Instagram profile and be able to send them a custom message? Do they sound like a robot? Are they actually going to be able to represent you well in the DMs? So this is the exact test that we do. Now, I'll put the exact message up on screen so you guys can see. It's actually really short, but it essentially says, hey, thank you so much for filling out the questionnaire. To see if you're a great fit, I have one test to identify your skill level when it comes to personalizing messages for leads. Please go to my Instagram account at Corbin Silk, right? Whatever your Instagram account is, fill in the blank there. The next instruction is, go find one of my recent posts on Instagram and type a custom message to me back here on Upwork as though I am a lead. Make sure that it's personal. For example, if one of my photos is me on holiday in Dubai, then send me 3 variations of an outreach message that you would send if I were the lead. After you receive all of those responses, the best candidate will immediately stand out. From here, all you have to do is schedule an appointment. And to do this, Upwork makes it very, very simple. All you want to do here, go schedule a meeting, select the time, change around your availability, and then your VA will go ahead and book in a call with you. Go there, do the interview, make sure that they fit your kind of culture, they fit the vibe, and again, they are everything that they seem to be in the chat. This is exactly the process that I did with one of my recent hires, Suzette. Had her go through, she was incredibly experienced, trained her up more, and placed her with a client, and I'll literally show you, within the first day, they've already got 4 calls booked on the calendar. So that is exactly how you can go out and hire your own appointment setting VA for just $5 an hour. But now that you've got your own VA, the biggest question is, how do you train them properly to actually perform at a high level? Because even if you hire a great VA, they'll only ever be as effective as the system that they're plugged into. You need to know what to train them on, what DMs to send, what leads they should be contacting, and most importantly, what they're actually selling. Because if you're still selling low ticket fitness coaching for like $200-300 a month, then none of this makes any sense. Why book out your calendar for cheap clients? You need to have a high ticket program to make this whole process worthwhile. And that's why in the next video, I'll break down the exact systems that you need to build a high ticket program, create the kind of content that will attract high quality leads to you so that your VA can turn those followers into dollars. So if you want to see exactly how we scale fitness coaching businesses from 5K to 30K a month using a full infrastructure, then click this video here and I'll walk you through it step by step.